When we last left our spider food, Azrael, the human wizard,
DrShockLocke,
Ash Koratana, the Kalistar warlock,
We are K1.
Vordt Vigo, the Goliath paladin,
661.
and Torment, the tiefling druid.
Rockosphere 8.
They were gallivanting through the drug caves below the below the wildlands between the temple that they are headed towards, as per Malchus the All-Consuming's request, and the city of Enopenalum, from which they left. And fun times happened in there, like the spike route with spikes, and spikes that attacked, and orcs who were not spikes, but were pretending to be. And the spiders. Spiders who may or may not have chased our heroes through the cave after saving Torment as a snack to be eaten later, before it made the terrible, terrible mistake of approaching Vordt, who could not beat the spider to death without it getting a little closer. And alas, he did beat the spider to death, and only then, and only then, did the party have the ultimate realization that the crate that Ash chose to hide in was full of extremely powerful demonic drugs. We now return to our party, Vordt and Azrael trying to comfort a paranoid Ash whose pupils are as large as her eyes are big.
do not touch her.
If I remember correctly, I was trying to pick her up without touching her.
You were, and Ash, there is a large pineapple just slowly reaching out, the long green part towards you, like vines just extending towards you.
I remember we ended off that he actually picked her up and she's like screaming and crying and like trying to like push him away.
It can get absorbed through the skin.
I have gloves on, you idiot.
Contestant, so Ash, you were trying to avoid being picked up? I'm trying to remember, did we have you guys roll contesting strength checks? I'm looking.
Scroll up a little bit.
Oh,
I am, but I have to look, but a lot of rolling has been done in here.
I tried to bitch slap him and it did not work because I don't have a very good strength.
Alright, wait, so this is where the thing ended.
Yeah.
It was...
The real question is, did it make contact with him in the first place, though?
No, not at all. I have very bad strength.
Yeah. Okay, so this roll was Azrael figuring out that you were high off your ass. This was you trying to get away from... Okay, this one here was you trying to get away from, from Vordt. You then casted... No, that was from testing stuff out later. Okay, so you are stuck in the pineapple, like the pineapple's vines, and they're like wrapping around you, and it's freaking you out.
I'm going to cry and like dig out my eye and be like, Vulgar, not help, someone's attacking me.
Meanwhile, Torment, you're in like a giant web ball, like glued to the floor. Like, you can hear, like, muffled Ash screaming down the hall. It's very echoey in there.
Vordt, do not touch him. I will go help Torment.
I'll keep this one under control.
Good. I go help Torment.
Ash, the top of the pineapple moves when it speaks.
Oh no!
You smell the powerful citrus aroma emanating from this horrible creature.
I don't like that at all. She's gonna claw their eye even more. Just crying Volcranot's name.
Meanwhile, Torment, you hear like footsteps approaching the web cocoon.
Oh, shit. This is the end.
Status report.
Oh.
Ash's eye off her ass. I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, that's good. Wait, what?
It's
That's
best
what-
not to ask questions. However, the drug that she is high off of is able to be absorbed through the skin, so don't touch her.
Well, I do resist poisons. Drugs are considered poisons, so I might be best qualified to handle her.
Well, if you can come up with an antidote, that'd be great. If not, I can spend like 10 minutes attempting to. Would it be an
Yeah.
anti-drug? It would be an anti-drug.
It would be a detox solution.
There we go, thank you.
If you and I both work on it, it should only take about 5 minutes, maybe.
Azrael pulls out a dagger and cuts him out of the cocoon safely.
You don't need to roll for that. You just, you tell Torment, like, tuck your arms in. I'm gonna, you grab a part of it, Torment. You see the web gets nicked, and it's like, all right, so you're gonna cut there. Okay. And you just coordinate it. It's like, and before long, there's enough of a space where Torment's able to like jut his hands out and just start like kind of peeling it off of himself.
Azrael 100% would have keep your hands and legs inside the cocoon at all times.
Torment, the DM is giving you permission to slap him with an automatic 20 if it hits.
I'll accept this.
Roll to hit this man.
How many spell slots do I have? Okay, I'm out.
I take pride in my decision.
Nope.
Motherfucker!
So, like, as you see him clawing out Azrael, you just say, keep your hands and feet inside the web ball at all. Whoa! And like you see like a hand come flying out of it at you, and you just duck out of the way.
Goddamn smart ass. Anyway, what's her condition right now?
Tripping balls, sir.
Ash, I want you to roll a perception check.
Okay, hold on.
There's my nat 20!
No! So you very, very visibly see the giant ice cream cone just la 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 la, and you see it's walking. It's kind of like bopping back and forth over to a giant jelly bean. At which point the ice cream flops over and starts like kind of melting into the jelly bean. You're like, this looks like the best dessert ever. And oh no, the jelly bean's cracking. And a giant, just horrific rotting mushroom begins to sprout and pop up from the jelly bean.
I was enjoying being a jelly bean, damn it.
No! He's gonna start screaming and crying even more, like harder, and kicking all her limbs.
I'm going to rotate my body to prevent her from being able to look at it.
Alright. Ash, are you like attempting to escape him again?
Yeah.
Contesting strength checks.
Oh,
Did you just
I'm
call
not-
me an it? I'm offended by this.
This is not gonna do good.
Well,
Just strength checks.
there's a
Well.
chance.
There's a good chance.
Nope.
Oh no!
That's a
I
nat 1
told you
0.
my strength sucks.
Oh my god. I'm gonna roll something real quick.
Rihanna, did you just say that your strength sucks? Look at mine for a moment.
-3. Oh.
That's a -3. Shut the hell up.
Oh my god.
I'm an emaciated motherfucker. You're just slightly skinny.
Okay, so
That'd be
for Vordt,
great.
you are not expecting
No.
Ash to try to like have that much fight in her, and she almost squeezes out of your arms, but like in like a last resort, basic instinct thing, you throw yourself, like you body slam her back to the ground, and then oh god, what am I thinking of? You reestablish your wrist control on the hold.
So
As
I have
for
a
you,
question.
Ash, you like witnessed for a moment that you managed to break free from like the pineapple's grasp. You're like, I'm gonna make it, and then the pineapple just flips over on itself and crushes you.
I have a question.
Oh my god.
It is now sticking hair end down.
Oh my god!
And the fruity aroma gets worse.
Hey, James.
Yes.
A, is the skin touching? B, did any Rishki fly up in the air?
I'm gonna say a little bit of it definitely flew up into the air. Not a ton, like it's not like, you know, oh god, there's a huge mist, but you're like, oh, okay, keeping distance, that could be bad. Vordt, you can roll a con check for me real quick. Actually, no, Constitution saving throw would be better.
Okay. Saving throw. Oh.
It is not a high DC, you should not fuck this up.
8?
Azrael, we better hurry.
Succeeds.
She might give herself a heart attack.
That is fair.
There's very trace amounts of it in the air, and because you know that Ash is dealing with it, when you see some of it begin to like flake up into the air, you're like, oh. Like, no, that would be bad.
Told you this would be useful for later. Azrael pulls out his Rishki sample that he took earlier,
Okay.
and he pulls out his alchemist set
Okay.
and starts creating a detox.
All right. Roll a medicine check.
With advantage, I'm helping.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check with advantage. You're lucky I'm giving this to you with advantage, to be honest. Go on.
Fucking, I'll take an 18.
All right, you get what looks like it should be a pretty strong antidote. For you, it's like, God, like working with demon drugs. This is weird. Like they do some really ass backward stuff, but you know, after a few minutes and like Ash, it's fucking terrible. You just see like the mushroom and like the ice cream just like flapping all over each other, and you just see this rotted mushroom covered in melting ice cream, and the ice cream's like, it's happy, yeah. And the mushroom's like just making noises. Meanwhile, Azrael and Torment are just having like, all right, so. And a little bit more of this, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Something
mind,
else
they're
though. Like, but like you're interpreting this conversation as like horrific nightmare noises.
I want to point out that this past minute has just been you describing food porn. I want to point that out for a moment.
Can anybody tell that my DM style is in reference to Monty Glue? You're welcome, Unexpectables fans. I'm bringing that torture on you too. Except when Monty describes food porn, it's great. When I describe food porn, it's terrifying.
I'm gonna pick up the antidote and walk over towards Ash with gloves on.
I'm just gonna start crying with the end just spouting out. The ice cream's ruined.
Now there's just an empty cone with like a frowny face walking towards you, and there's this weird green liquid like in the center of the ice cream.
What did the mushroom do to you? It ruined you.
I have gloves on, by the way. And because that came with the alchemist kit.
You have gloves on. I'm taking note.
I'm going to walk over towards Ash, like I said, and is she facing upward or downward?
She is like facing upward, but is being like hard pinned to the ground by Vordt. Who's like nearly got her in a he's got her in a submission hold, but he's not applying the restraint. Like he's not applying the artery restraint.
Azrael, not taking risks, is going to pinch at like the back of her jaw to open her mouth.
Oh no.
And he's going to pour the liquid in.
Oh no. Ash, you just see these tentacles reach out of the melting ice cream as it says, "Time to take your medicine." And it's like slimy and it's trying to get in your mouth.
She's gonna try to close her mouth and try to bite.
Contesting strength checks.
With who?
This is gonna be
Oh, shit, I'm still
Azrael.
at advantage.
This is gonna be Azrael versus Ash.
That's an 11.
Azrael, you're trying to force her mouth open. Ash, you're trying to keep it shut.
Duh.
Oh no, the ice cream is getting in. You feel like this warm curdled like strawberry vanilla ice cream, but it's really getting sour. Start trying to pull your mouth open, and as you like start to lose grip, you look and you see the cone is tilting.
Wait, does she have any movement of her arms?
No, because you are currently being restrained by Vordt.
Hold on. I wanna do something. Hold on. She would definitely try to do something. Hold on. No. God, I can't use.
I spent
any-
way too much time coming up with this scene. I imagine people are gonna be like, James, is this the scene that took you so long to get you had to delay last week? No, it's not, but would you believe me if I said yes?
Well, she can't do anything except for cry and just like try to fight for it, but unsuccessful.
And Azrael, you're pouring the antitoxin into her mouth, right?
Yeah.
Ash, the green is like mixing into the ice cream, and it's just fucking down your like mouth, and it's slimy and gross.
She's gonna try to throw it up.
Roll a Constitution check.
Is it Constitution?
Yes. Check, not save. You're
Check.
trying to produce a bodily reaction, not avoid one.
Oh my god.
5 minutes wasted!
You get it down her throat, and you're like, I did it! And then she's like, it just starts projectile vomiting all over the cave floor.
Wait, no, her head's really up, so it's gonna hit someone. Gonna hit someone.
Alright, then, Azrael, you would be the one rolling a dexterity saving throw here.
17.
And you just duck out of the way.
As soon as she starts retching, I'm like, nope!
Luckily, Torment, you are not in range of the wave of vomit coming at you.
I figured.
However, Vordt, who's pinning her down,
No, she'd have to be vomiting straight up into his face. And Vordt is not letting that happen. He's got too much wrist control.
She's gonna cry. We're out there trying to poison me. The ice cream has the green liquid from the mushroom. They're working together.
does some stay in her system, or do I have to make another antidote?
It didn't even go down her
It didn't
throat.
even stay down her throat, dude.
God damn it!
She rolled.
Like I said, 5
Ash
minutes
just
wasted.
rolled to remain high and succeeded.
Hey, I have to be realistic here. She would not just let this green.
No,
fucking
that's
ooze
correct.
go-
That's correct. I approve of the roll.
Well, in that case, I'm going to find like a piece of Ash's arm that isn't
A
covered in vomit.
piece of Ash's arm.
That isn't covered in vomit, and
Yep.
I'm going to take like the bag and like
like scoop it in.
yeah, like a scoop of Rishki off her arm.
Roll a survival check with disadvantage.
Okay.
Because it's really, like, it's not like she's covered in it. There's, like, some on her.
13.
Why don't you go to the crate?
I'll say you get a small sample.
Enough to work with.
It
Yeah,
is
you
not
could go
going
to
to
the
be.
crate.
It is not going to be as potent as a full dose, but you get a little. Keep in mind, you take time doing this. Like, you get like a little alchemist burst, like. Meanwhile, fucking, there's something in the ice cream. I don't know if it's nuts or what it is, but it's hard, and it's touching me.
She's going.
Ash, you're going to drink this one.
You just hear, uh-oh, here comes the airplane. And you don't even know what an airplane is.
I go to make another batch of antidote with.
You see the cone start hobbling back towards the mushroom, and you see the cap of the mushroom open up with liquid in it.
Oh god! I don't want the mushroom! I don't want the mushroom! It's gonna poison me!
All of you
Alright.
hear her saying this, by the way.
Alright. So I go and I'm going to make another batch with Torment.
Oh my god.
Right, Torment?
Right.
Alright. So do I get to roll with advantage again?
No, because you're not using a full dose.
So I
The
do a roll.
advantage, yeah, what would have been a disadvantage roll will cancel out and it's roll straight.
That's a 21.
Okay, you are able to recreate the, you're able to recreate the antidote from earlier. You actually rolled, you rolled a pretty decent, yeah, you rolled an 18 earlier. Okay, so you were like, okay, we've got this, we're just gonna do what we did again, and you, like,
I'd
you
like to
ration
make
off the
this an
ingredients.
injection.
Oh god, does the alchemist kit come with syringes?
I don't know. I think
I
that's up
don't-
to.
I don't know if it does. You're not
If not, I can find
you're
some on the
not
ground.
Azrael,
you're not a
let me
doctor.
administer it.
If not, I can probably find some on the ground.
Did you say the mushroom's gonna administer it?
Metal frame holding a beaker of open flame, a glass stirring rod, a small mortar and pestle, and a pouch of common alchemical ingredients, including salt, powdered iron, and purified water.
You do not have syringes, no.
Are there any on the ground?
You could roll survival to look for syringes.
Oh my god, please no.
3
Oh,
syringes.
I suppose I'll.
That's a 9.
Kids, don't do this. We here at Joke 65 and Friends do not condone looking for used syringes in which to put drugs for your friends.
Please no.
You find a very dirty, like, syringe that is very dirty. And there
No,
might be
I'm not
some
using
risky in there still. You're not sure.
that. I'm not using that. Alright, fuck.
Ash,
Well, what
what
we
you
could
see,
do-
you see the ice cream cone just start bobbing for apples in the mushroom's head.
Azrael.
Just shove
Azrael.
it down her throat, hands him the vial.
Wait, who are you handing the vial to?
You.
Alright.
God, no, not the mushroom.
Torment's gonna slowly. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat for a second.
Also, sorry,
He's
real
gonna
quick.
slowly and carefully approach Ash as like calmly as he possibly can.
Ash, the mushroom is creeping towards you.
I would also like to mention, if she tries to throw up again, wouldn't her stomach contents be empty?
Yes, they would be. She hasn't eaten in a while.
Ash, can you hear me?
She's starting to scream. The mushroom's gonna kill me.
Can you hear me?
Pineapple, save me from the mushroom. It's trying to talk to me in its weird tongue.
Torment, I told you to just shove it down her throat.
Force her mouth open.
Alright. I go over and force her mouth open. Do I need rules?
Same thing as earlier in Ash. You see the fucking ice cream tentacles come out again. Except this time you're starting to see like mold batches in it.
Oh god. So I have to do a strength check.
Yep, contesting strength, go.
Okie dokie.
That's an 8.
That's an 8.
Oh god, and you have the same mod roll again.
That's a 14.
I lost my one.
Ah, you're fighting and you're fighting and you're fighting and like you're clenching your teeth and you feel like the ice cream pushing against your teeth and you're like, no! And finally the ice cream wins. It finds like a crack in your teeth and just like squirts through. Meanwhile, Azrael, she is trying to bite you really hard.
Yeah.
Like, she thinks she's trying to keep her teeth, so she's trying to bite you, and you're like, let me just, and like, finally, like, she goes in, and you do the thing, like, where you get your fingers, like, right behind her jaw, and you get, like, either your index finger or your thumb, and you just pry her mouth open.
Yeah.
You're just like, Jesus Christ, Torment, pull it, do it now!
Torment quickly and calmly forces the antitoxin down into her throat.
Ash, these
Yes.
roots reach up out of the top of the mushroom and shoot down your throat, and you feel them in your stomach.
Oh.
And you just feel something, like, be released in your stomach. And then they pull out, but you just feel disgusting.
She's gonna cry forward out there trying to plant some eggs in me.
In the event that Ash throws up again, Torment's gonna get ready to cast Absorb Elements because I can absorb acid. Stomach acid, bile, I can do that.
So, here's what happens with this antidote. Ash, as you're calling Volgdara, suddenly the floor below you collapses and you find yourself just in free fall.
Oh.
And you are just falling through a weird color-shifting void. And you see weird shit. Like, you see fucking, like, you see Azrael riding a bicycle through space.
What is this, Wizard of Oz?
Well, it's kind of where I was going with this. Go on. You see Squigorku, you see Squigorku, but he's like crammed into like a glass with like a fucking like little umbrella on top. You see like a giant Vordt like kind of lean up, and he's like 50 times your size. You see him just grab his head, snap it off, flip it over, and shove it in the torso hole before falling over. And you just feel like you're falling violently and you're seeing increasingly twisted shit. Meanwhile, back outside of drug reality, fucking Ash has stopped moving. She's breathing, but she is just totally limp with her eyes wide open.
Give it a minute.
She's coming down.
She's hitting hard.
It hits hard, and then you come down almost as quickly, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
For long, you see her just start, like slowly convulsing.
I'm going to loosen my restraints on her.
You let her
Not
down.
yet. Not yet, Vordt.
Vordt, I'm gonna need you to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Who?
Vordt, dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no, what's going on?
17.
You're fine. She spazzes and her arm just comes flying at your head. You're like, ugh!
Man, all of us have -1 modifiers tonight.
Not me. -3.
Oh.
Today's number of the day, kids, is -1. And
Alright, light seizures. Alright, Vordt, lay her down.
I get off of her.
she's already. He was pinning her to the ground, so he gets up. You see Ash just kind of like flop around for a little bit until finally you guys start to see like this weird light green fluid begin like pouring out of her nostrils.
Oh. While she's still like not fully
Having a
there,
seizure.
Yeah. While she's having a seizure, I'm going to attempt my best to brush as much risky as I can off of her.
Roll survival with disadvantage.
Okay. I said attempt. Don't sound so disgusted at that. That's a 5.
That's a no.
Okay.
Before long, you guys see the light green trickle coming out of her. And Azrael, you know from your studying of this, what little studying you had to do while you were in, the university as a student. You're like, okay, this isn't the color it's supposed to be making, but I've also never studied what it would do to a Kalishtar, so this color might be right. There's supposed to be a nasal discharge, but it's not the right color.
I mean, her blood is blue, so.
Vordt,
Yes.
do you mind picking her up so we can get out of the cave full of the drugs?
We need to wait until she's conscious. It's dangerous to move her while she's having a seizure.
You're the healer, not me.
Let's at least wait for the seizure to stop. Once she's stopped that, then it's safe to move her.
I mean, we still probably need to get her stomach pumped in the first place.
That can wait, or
I know it
at
can.
least for a little while.
Not too long. It should probably get done within the hour.
That we can agree on.
Meanwhile, Ash, in Drug World, you are now just seeing, like, the ground is melting and, like, flushing around you. And you're not sure whether you're, like, laying on the ground or swimming in it.
She's gonna cry for William and Volgrenot and be like, "Oh, I'm drowning. I'm gonna
See,
die."
that's what you were trying to say. You guys just hear...
She's still seizing.
She's kind of like flapping her arms and legs about as though she's trying to wade through water. But they don't appear to be wild and random like seizures.
Right, it should be safer now. Let's move ahead.
Mm-hmm.
I will gingerly pick her up.
Yeah, careful not to touch.
Oh my god. Fuck this.
No. The discharge is good. Don't put it back in your nose.
Oh, shut up, fiber science infection. Oh, go ahead.
Alright, did you...
God, I know.
It's a terrible joke, I'm not gonna make it.
Ash, this is all your fucking fault.
Alright, so... you guys are making your way towards the end of the cave?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright. So you guys start heading towards the end of the cave. You guys are exhausted, and for some reason you guys are noticing that it's getting warmer as you go up. But you were closer to the Underdark. The Underdark should be warmer than the surface. Why is it getting warmer?
It's not winter, right?
No.
How long were we down there?
Well, if the absolute trip that was meeting our new boss is any indication, we could have been down here for months.
Keep making your way up, and it's getting really hot. However, you guys do start to see a this pathway you're coming to comes to a fork alongside another that heads up, and you're like, okay, well, the pathways are starting to come back together. We must be getting towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
And after a little while, you see the a dark wooden structure built into the cave, resembling the one that you exited out of when you entered the Tunguskini path.
All right. I'll exit first.
I'll follow.
I'll be behind.
Ash exists.
Ash
Ash
gets no
has-
choice.
Ash has
exists.
no work because
Yeah.
I'm holding her.
Yeah, she just fucking. She's not doing well right now. She drowned in.
What
Wait,
do
hold
I
on a
see?
second. How long have we been falling? I don't know. My watch doesn't tell time. Anyone who gets that, I
I
will be
get-
proud of you.
I get that. I get that.
All right. Before long, you guys open the door and collapse into the lounge room of the Tunguskini, and you see just a couple like masked like figures. They're wearing like, the robes. One of them's wearing the black armor like that kobold was wearing. There are 3 of them in here with you guys. And they all just kind of look at you when you guys get in. And they they see Ash, who's clearly fucked up. And
We need a hospital.
they just kind of look to each other. And they look back at you and go, dude, don't you know the number 1 rule of fucking shipping stuff down here?
Yes. Don't do your own. Don't use your own supply. I get that.
Yeah.
We aren't shippers.
At this point,
Just-
all of them start to reach for their weapons.
We are here because of this. Points to the assimilation compact or whatever it's called.
And when they see that, they're like, oh, and they take their hands off their weapons. And they're like, yeah, you should stay away from that stuff. It's really strong. How much did she have?
She sat in a box in it for like a minute.
They all turn and look at each other. And
We
they
need to get her
all
to a
stare at
hospital.
Ash.
Where's the closest hospital?
Dude, you guys have any idea where you are right now?
No.
No.
Guys, you want to get to the nearest hospital? You gotta go back the way you came.
God.
You're not gonna be in that big of a city for days.
Well, where's the nearest doctor then?
Well, alright. When you leave here, you're gonna go and you're gonna follow the red path. Alright? We did some stuff, some stones, some dirt. You're gonna see the color red a lot. You're gonna follow that path about, I don't know, maybe 7 miles down the road that way. Then you're gonna take the yellow path, and then you're gonna arrive in a little tiny village called Ni Ping. Alright? Now those fuckers are weird. We don't like to talk to them too much. But they're gonna have a healer there. And that's your closest bet. So,
Okay.
hopefully one of you guys is damn good at making friends, otherwise your friend here isn't gonna be in good shape.
The one that's really good is the one fucked up. Fuck.
No, the one that's fucked up is the one that lies a lot.
I mean, she lies, but mostly to herself.
And everyone else.
Well, yeah, but a
What's
lot
in
of
the first-
times that
And
lie
everyone-
goes
At it?
into herself.
I was about to say the first 3 episodes tell different reality.
Those are the first 3 episodes. It's not.
Yeah,
the rest
exactly.
of it anymore.
Okay.
Ow.
Red, 7 miles, then yellow.
Yes, sir.
All right,
And
let's go.
by the way, where'd you find that box of cargo down there?
By the giant spider.
They're like, giant spider?
Azrael just
And then they're
slowly
like- they're
nods with wide eyes.
And they turn them back and they all just start laughing. They're like, ah, these guys fucked up. Ah! And they all just start laughing. They're like, man, you're lucky you got through there. Oh, and then you see like the there's a smaller one. He's like, damn it! I spent 3 years feeding that fucker. Where are we gonna get another giant cave spider now?
Probably had babies.
You damn fool. You gotta sterilize them, otherwise you won't be able to keep them from moving through their territory. Those fuckers gotta breed. Alright. Come on, you lad. We gotta go more and poor Brutalimus. And then the guy's like, we're calling him Toby. Toby is the name of a dead spider. Bartolomus was the name of a hero. And you see them all head down into the cave. And one of them, quite literally, you see grabs like a stack of like ceremonial items, like they're gonna go have a funeral.
Oh my god.
And you guys are alone in the lodge.
All right. Now, who's up for like the 10-mile journey?
Really have a choice?
Azrael looks to Ash.
Ash, you are seeing fucking stars, and they pretty.
No.
Smiling now.
Let's go.
Her eyes are still massive wide. She got this big toothy grin.
The sooner the better.
No. That's not my handwriting.
I'm going to attempt to give Ash some of the water in my water skin.
You are daddy, but yeah.
Are you gonna try to force her mouth open, or are you gonna try to pour it through her teeth?
I'm just gonna kind of hand it to her.
Ash, you don't see it. You just see colors and shapes. Like, you can't make anything out. That might as well just be like something like a tree or something. It's just like
we need
colors.
I'm walking while doing this.
Okay.
She's just lowering her head side back and forth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
What's humming to herself.
So we take the trip there.
All right, so you guys open up the. You guys go up another lift, and you open up another cellar door, and you are hit with the hardest, like, smacking wave of humidity that you guys have dealt with ever. It is not this hot where you guys are from. And as you step into the soup that is the atmosphere, and you get a glimpse, you realize that this place is not like home.
Wait, hold on a second. Heat, humidity, darkness, mushrooms.
Not dark anymore. You guys are up into the
okay,
daylight
okay.
now.
Okay.
We're in a jungle, aren't we?
You guys see massive, massive trees sprouting up into the sky,
We're in
making
a jungle.
a giant canopy. And they stretch up higher than any buildings you guys have ever seen. And down them draping beautiful vines covered in some mushrooms, some flowers, some other types of vines. The brush on the ground is thick and heavy, full of vegetation. And you guys hear all sorts of sound. Just nature.
Rin would love
Birds,
this place.
animals,
Who the hell's Rin?
some sort of abomination creatures that you guys don't want to run into, but you know that, there's a sort of sereneness to it, as this area has been not only claimed by nature, but ferociously held on to by it. If you guys look at the map, you guys are located around
Here? I was close.
So, where you guys go? You see, you don't see any pathways though. Literally, there's just brush.
So there's no tiles.
No tiles. Roll a perception check. All of you can roll it.
Ash?
I'm just not gonna bother. She's not seeing shit.
9.
10.
14.
No, none of you hit it. You just see thick foliage and green for miles.
I walk up to one of the abominations.
You don't see any in the moment themselves, but you can start walking towards the noise.
I'll do that.
All right, so you start walking towards the noise. All of you see Azrael start heading off in the direction of one
I
of
follow him.
these odd sounds. Okay.
Vordt, you stay back with Ash. We
But
got this.
Azrael did a large sigh before he started walking.
We'll roll with this.
Okay, so Ash will kind of. Oh no, fuck. Vordt will kind of just stay at the exit of the cave.
All right. So Vordt, you've got Ash with you, do you?
Yeah.
All right. So you are still by the lodge door. You guys go. You go about.
Also, before we actually leave, Azrael's going to take note of the name of the lodge.
The lodge does not have a name. It literally just looks like a random shed in the middle of the fucking woods.
Are there any lodges near it? Or
Mhm.
like any other named places near it?
None that you can see.
Okay. Well, that's going to suck going back.
Yeah, it literally just looks like a tool shed. That's just
Alright.
in the middle of this thick vegetation. And as you're walking back and decide like to turn around and take note of it, you notice like you've only walked 15 feet, and already your visibility is starting to get obscured.
Alright.
Like you are walking through just a barrage of plants sticking off of these trees. And before anybody asks, I'm not evil, so I decided not to make this place full of mosquitoes. You're all welcome.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I realize that would be extremely cruel of me if I made a jungle but included all of like the fucking bugs.
Oh.
So I significantly cut down on the bug population in this place.
Is that a camel spider?
Oh God.
I'm gonna learn you how to play bug ball.
Y'all gonna have a real different experience if I ever throw you in a desert. Centipedes everywhere! Scorpions!
Alright, so before long, you start to hear the noise again. And it sounds like...
I continue walking towards it.
Alright,
I'm
are you
keeping
going
my
just
eyes
normal
peeled.
pace or are you going stealthily?
I'm going normal pace.
Okay. What is Azrael's? Oh, nope, this is
30.
chat. It is what?
30.
That's your that's your passive stealth?
Oh, passive stealth.
That shit high, my dude.
Passive stealth is 13.
Does it notice you? It does not. Okay. So, before too long, you kind of like brush, pull open these vines, and you see the abomination creature. It has the body of a kangaroo, except up to the shoulders and beyond, and wrapping around its torso is the head, neck, and shell of a large tortoise.
That is the cutest fucking thing ever.
And it's just kind of and it's just kind of like occasionally leaning in and like extending its neck, and it like extends its neck kind of long. You're like, wow, that's kind of impressive reach. And it's getting its head into the water, and it's like, like making these like kind of high pitched whiny noises.
Oh, I want one.
Excuse me?
It is at this moment both of you begin to realize that you are thirsty.
Excuse me.
And like it turns and looks at you.
I'm looking for a doctor or a healer.
And water.
It just kind of twists, like it kind of tilts its head. Azrael, here's something that you know about abomination creatures. Not all of them are smart. In fact, most of them are not. One of the ingredients that takes an abomination creature to give it any sort of reasonable intelligence is that one of the creatures that get morphed into it must have a comparable intelligence score to something like, I don't know, a thinking race.
Well, Azrael, I guess, can't really tell whether or not it's a turtle or a tortle that is morphed into this.
You can roll a nature check.
I'll roll nature.
You can roll the nature on the turtle parts.
That's a 23.
It's a tortoise. It lacks the distinctive jaw features, and its beak is way too pronounced for it to be a turtle. A turtle's beak is more flexible and not exactly as protruding, so as to give it the ability to speak.
Okay.
This thing's just got straight tortoise beak. And judging by that, you are confusing the hell out of it, and it is not sure what to make of either of them.
Let's go back. Torment, it's not intelligent.
Torment, roll a perception check. You notice that the dirt this creature is standing on the riverbank is blood red.
He slowly approaches Azrael and starts whispering to him, "We need to go now."
That was the plan.
No, I mean we need to make haste. Look by its feet.
Azrael looks.
You see extremely dark red soil.
Isn't that what we want, though?
Shut up, not here, Ash. Metagaming fuck.
I mean, I was thinking that too, to be honest. I was going to inspect it. Because both of the things that this thing is not carnivorous.
What are the odds? You may
So-
roll a... Well, I guess it'd be survival.
Survival?
Yeah, you're trying to find
18.
find a track or discern location in nature, rather than expect something for its natural qualities.
18.
You go and you step toward it, and as you do, this thing takes off. And when it does that, you're like, okay, not a predator. Torment, this is naturally colored, and you go down and you start kind of like, you dig at it a little bit, and underneath it is just some normal brown soil. But you can tell that the sandy quality of it, this is 100%, this has had something done to it to change its color. Other than that, it's just kind of sediment.
So in conclusion, it's not supposed to look like this. Is that what I'm getting at?
Somebody made it, it naturally wouldn't, but somebody or something has made it to look like this.
Why?
Does it go off in a direction?
You look up, roll perception check.
Perception. That is a 14.
You see a notch in a nearby oak tree, and where the bark has been removed, you see the wood underneath it is that same deep red color.
This is what we're looking for.
All right,
Go grab
let's
the
get-
others.
All right, I'll go and get Vordt.
Okay.
Torment heads over to Vordt and motions for him to come down.
Will get up and follow.
We're back.
I can see that.
Ash, the fucking way the light is shining through the trees, fucking blowing your mind, man.
He's
Look-
gonna giggle.
Look, all of these markings on the tree. Azrael points to the marking.
It looks like it's been painted, but the paint would be too thick. Maybe dyed?
Hmm.
But it's clearly not, like, blood. It's also clearly not arcane. This was marked with something.
Mm-hmm. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to cast a ritual real quick.
Okay.
I'm casting Tensor's Floating Disc.
Okay. Alright.
I'll be right back in a hot minute.
Okay, I just need to double check something. Okay, Azrael, once he's done that 10-minute ritual, is going to look to Vordt and say, put her on this.
I carefully lay Ash on the disc.
While that's happening, Ash is almost like reaching up into like reach for the trees and like swatting, trying to reach it, but in like a serene kind of like what babies do when they try to grab at stuff.
Ash, you
And-
hear a voice. But it's kind of, like, distorted. And you just hear... Now seems like a pretty good time to rest. Shut your eyes, Ash. You'll be alright.
Wait,
We're gonna start moving, and as soon as I move out of 20 feet of the disc starts following me.
wait, 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 who, whom, whom?
Ash, you, like, kind of lean over to your left in, like, your stupor, and laying next to you is William.
Oh no! She's gonna reach for him.
He reaches back and you take his hand.
Oh,
And he's got a big smile on his face.
she's gonna smile, but tears are gonna fall slightly from her face from happiness.
And you just see him, he keeps, like, smiling and nodding, and he keeps mouthing the words, shut your eyes.
And she's gonna say, like, Mother, I don't want to. I won't see you anymore.
And, you know, he nods, and, you know, he just keeps going, like, that's alright. It's okay. You need to shut your eyes.
She's gonna shut her eyes, but very reluctantly.
Alright. Roll a d20 for me. No mod.
Okay. Hold on. Just a d20?
Yep.
Okay. 18.
You pass out.
What could have happened if I didn't get?
Before long, Azrael, you like, check on Ash and you see that she's just passed out. With like a lot of that green stuff trickling down her nose, but eventually like towards like her actual nostrils, you see some of that like deep kind of shining blue that you know to be her normal blood, and you're like, alright, it's out of her system now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry now, will you?
We're going to continue the walk. Like, even though I see that, I'm not going to mention anyone because I still want her to get checked out by a professional. So, we're going to continue the walk.
Alright. After a few miles, you guys actually pass by a really, one of the more things I'm kind of excited about. You guys start to notice that the heat around you intensifies even more, but it gets dry. You start seeing some of the foliage begin to wilt. And before long, you are passing by a lava pond.
Ooh.
Where are we?
Like over here now?
No. No,
We're
that
over
is
here, right?
yeah, you're still kind of over here.
Yeah, I was about to say, if
Guys, you are not passing by the giant this. This has a name and is a huge fuck off lake.
I was about to say, if we move from here to here after a couple
No. I know. No,
continent.
no. Where you're passing by isn't even this sized. It's tiny. It's a little pond. Have you ever played fucking Minecraft, Isaiah?
Yes.
Okay. You know, occasionally the world's just like, hey, look, lava.
Well,
Okay.
what I was thinking was, if we're already in the desert, then
You're not. You're in the
I'm
middle
going
of the
jungle.
fucking jungle still.
I just
I
yeeted
was
my
gonna call
phone
Minecraft-
Are you
that's a
telling me that
reference.
you've never watched Minecraft just decide, okay, and there's lava?
I have. No, I was saying, like, if we were in the desert already, I would have said, I'm gonna call Minecraft as a reference.
No, you are not in the desert already.
Alright.
No, I did not steal the idea of there being lava ponds from Minecraft. How I did, however, come up with them as a geographical feature. There can just be spontaneous, like a little tiny lava pond.
Alright, so, continuing forward.
Little lava pond.
Yep.
You guys are passing by. It's really dry heat. You're very
Mhm.
sweaty. You guys notice you're all starting to get low on water.
Yeah, continuing forward.
Before too long, you start seeing the patches of red dirt again, and they start appearing more frequently. They're not exactly like a straightforward path of red dirt, but you're like, okay, definitely on a path now.
I'm back. What I missed?
Lava pond.
You missed a
Oh.
emotional moment for Ash.
And a lava
Uh,
pond.
And a lava pond.
No, we're not over there.
Okay.
That is a large lava lake. Very different.
How do you go across a lava lake?
Don't.
You wouldn't know.
You don't?
None of you would know the answer to that.
I know the answer. You don't.
No, you kind of don't.
I mean, I do know because of geology, but like,
So, I'm gonna take about 15 minutes. I'm just gonna sit there for a second, and I'm gonna take my dagger to a tree and start, like, pushing it into the tree to try and, because these are jungle trees, right?
They are, and they are very dehydrated.
Oh, they're dehydrated.
They're
Yeah,
sitting next to a
it's the opposite.
fucking lava pond.
Oh, I thought we were a little bit past that.
Oh, did you guys keep walking past the lava pond?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so then yeah, you after like a half a mile, the vegetation starts to look rehydrated again, and the heat gets back to being extremely like thick and like humid.
Yeah, I'm going to, what's it called? I'm going to, look for a decently hydrated tree, and I'm going to start digging my dagger into it. And I'm going to start trying to, like, tap it for water.
Roll survival to tap the tree.
Tap, tap,
Hey!
tap,
Never been in this
Oh.
type of area before, never needed to do it before. I don't know what I'm doing.
tap, 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 tap.
Rolling severity on that now. Oofy. So, you really fuck up the blade on your knife trying to carve into this tree. The dagger isn't totally useless, but it's not going to be that effective in combat anymore until you can get it resharpened.
Okay.
Take one of Ash's daggers.
I mean, yeah, I guess I could just retry it, but... I feel like if I fuck up again, Ash is going to be really fucking pissed. But she's already pissed at me anyways, so
No, you fucking right. Both of
I
those
did-
are right.
I take Ash's dagger and attempt again.
Survival.
Don't be in that one. That's a 20 dirty.
All right, finally you find like a good, healthy, waterlogged root, and you snip it, and you see the water start trickling out.
All right, everyone, drink up all you can.
I go to refill my water skin after everyone else drinks.
Yeah, I do the same after I drink.
Vordt, Azrael,
Torment
you have
just
full
drinks it
water.
straight up.
Torment, you shove your whole face in there. Feels great.
And I'm going to take my water skin, and I'm going to trickle a little bit over Ash's forehead, making sure she stays cool.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna fill up my water skin again.
Ash, roll perception with disadvantage.
Perception with disadvantage.
Yep.
Got it. Do 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 do. 14.
You begin to stir a little bit as you feel something wet hit you in the forehead.
And after that, we're going to continue forward. I need to use the bathroom real quick.
All right, onwards you march. Ash, you're waking up.
I'm waking up, so
Yep.
I open my eyes then.
Yeah, you open your eyes, your forehead's wet, your hair's wet, and you're laying on your back, and there's just giant canopy of trees shooting up above you, and you're shocked at how much light is able to get through them. And as you look down, you see that it's just like wave upon wave upon layer of just bright, colorful foliage. And you see
I'm
that.
just gonna look around like, what the fuck?
No, you have no idea how you got here.
Welcome to the world of the living.
Oh, well, where did William go?
He's never here.
Oh, she's gonna sit up and be like, "What? Weren't we with the spider?"
We're going to see a doctor. You had a very
My
bad
return.
trip.
What'd I miss?
I
Ash
woke up.
Good morning.
Morning. Where are we?
Jungle going to a nearby village.
I see. So we finally left the cave then.
Yes.
Ah, thank goodness. Well, thank you for taking care of me.
No problem.
Try not to throw up on us, though.
Again.
Oh, did I throw up on you guys?
It was very close.
Either way, Ash, we're getting you checked out by a professional.
Oh,
You may be feeling better, but that doesn't mean you are.
that's true.
Do you anything while you were high?
Do I remember what everything I'm high?
Roll. I don't know what it would be to try to. I guess roll knowledge.
Knowledge?
Just roll straight
Yeah.
knowledge. How much of that did you retain?
Is knowledge wisdom or intelligence?
Oh, I
Does
guess that
knowledge
would be.
wisdom-
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that. Damn you, other D&D campaigns. Roll intelligence. Just roll straight intelligence. Just how
Straight
much can you hold on to?
Oh wait, I put it
I
at
was about
disadvantage.
to say
Straight.
that.
That was not a straight roll.
Yeah, hold on. Intelligence. Oh,
You don't remember.
5.
You don't remember much. It was
I
kind of a
remem-
haze. You remember seeing a bunch of colors. You remember feeling like you were falling, and then you remembered water, and here you are.
Do I remember at least the one mushroom?
You do not.
God damn it.
Honest to God, I had a hierarchy of rolls for that, Rihanna. If you would roll a 5, you would have remembered the giant ice cream cone and the giant mushroom.
Damn it!
At 10, you would have remembered the giant pineapple and William.
No, wait, I didn't remember William.
You could have.
No, God, this is sadness.
Ash, here's your dagger back.
What?
Your dagger's also very wet.
What?
He
What did
was
you do
getting
with
us
my
water.
dagger?
He was getting us water to survive.
Did anybody fill Ash's water skin?
No, she can just have half of mine.
I was gonna say, Ash, you have no water and you are thirsty.
Here, Ash, drink
You notice
this.
it's really hot and it's really humid and I'm sweaty.
Azrael tosses his water skin at Ash.
And she's gonna catch it and then immediately chug it down.
Half, conserve.
She's gonna stop and be like, "I'm sorry, I have a horrible taste in my mouth."
For some reason, you feel like you
I know what
taste
that's
something
from.
sweet and sour, and like you feel slimy for some reason.
Also, Ash,
Yes.
here, have some of the... How long has it been... DM, how long has it been since I've gotten that fruit basket?
Ooh, it's been a while. You got that fruit basket, I believe, back in Penalum, did you not?
Yeah, right before we went to go see, the... Reference!
Right before you went to go see a reference? Who are you talking about, mister?
Oh my god.
There were multiple people you went to go see in Penalum.
well, he's typing, so.
DM.
Hey, it's
No.
in references.
What's in references?
Yes.
What the hell is this?
Say phonetically.
Oh my god.
Okay, I know what that word is supposed to say, and yet... Isaiah, that is not a character's name, nor does that describe...
Oh god, what is his actual name? Do I have it written down?
You better fucking if you're thinking of one character. Are you thinking of the good boy?
No.
Okay, that would have made me mad.
I'm thinking of the one that Dextro brought us to.
The good... Fuck you! He is a good boy!
No.
Easy.
You're thinking of Malkthus the All-Consuming and give yourself half a point.
Yes! Alright.
Reference found. Part of Malkthus's inspiration is the Gravemind from Halo 2.
Oh. Well, I could. What?
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, didn't.
Hey, half a
Oh
point.
my-
Half a point is still on the line.
For the other half.
For the other half,
Noctis.
there were two.
Noctis.
There were two characters I referenced when I was creating him.
Ooh,
Cthulhu?
is it the brain from that one episode of Billy and Mandy?
Haha! No. What? No, it was not.
Okay.
We're not
So-
playing Reference Hunter the whole damn stream. So you can join. You can stay for the post show this week and play there.
I will. I don't have anything else to do after the stream.
Okay, so you guys continued walking. It has now occurred to
So
fucking
all of my food's
Azrael
bad.
that he is a giant spaghetti meat monster.
So all of my food is bad.
Yes, it has been hours and your fruit has not been refrigerated. A lot of it is spoiling, and your bag is like full of bugs.
Apples don't go bad if you a lot of fruit actually don't go bad if you don't refrigerate them, if you don't cut them open.
I know, but you're also in the middle of like a super hot.
Is
you-
it
you
like
kind of
humid hot?
baking the shit out of them? It's fucking jungle, Kaw.
So humid hot, okay.
Okay, yeah.
I've
So I
literally
thought-
described this area as humid multiple times.
You know what?
I said it was a dry heat next to the lava pond because why wouldn't it
Okay,
be?
okay, yeah.
All right, so all of my
Con
food
now
is bad.
understanding how physics works.
Well, I'm also understanding. 'Cause remember, I lived in Florida. I know this temperature.
For whatever reason, Vordt thought deep within his mind and felt, my people.
So
I'm
All of my-
home. But you're not on a mountain, Vordt. I know.
all of my fruit is bad.
Not all of it.
Okay.
I said a lot of your fruit is starting to go bad because you threw it into like a really hot, like oven type of environment underground. And now you've stepped up into this really hot and humid area.
All right. So, are my apples still good?
Letting you keep the apples. You're welcome.
Okay, thank you.
Your apples
That's
are
all?
still good, and I think I gave you berries. Those would still be good, but like I think you had other bigger fruit in there that is spoiling.
You did not give me berries, although I will take the berries.
May take some strawberries.
Yes.
I will actually hand out a strawberry to each person since that's not a.
You all get a
Wow.
very, very warm strawberry.
Touches my hand and then immediately disappears.
It's very warm. Alright, so before long, you guys actually see... I want all of you to roll a perception check. Because this is kind of clever, the way I had them do this.
Right click, damn it.
God damn it.
Don't mind the second one.
Not one.
15.
14.
I got a 9.
Right, that's 2 successes, 2 fails. Oh no, 2 yeah.
Don't mind this too.
Yeah, I know. I saw that where you rolled that first perception. It's fine. So 15, 14, nat 1, 2. Okay. Vordt, Torment, you guys notice this. You start seeing these trees bent over in a weird way. It looks like, why are these trees like bending over like that? And you're like, wait a minute. You guys, I mean, you see the two of Ash, Azrael, you see the two of them start retreating back down the pathway where you came, looking at this structure, until a shape starts to come into view for the two of you. You see the trees form the shape of... What was it? Of a chain with a collar on the end. In the middle, the chain is split, and in the area where the split is, you see flowers that have bloomed in the shape of an olive branch. Both of you may roll knowledge history.
But with being.
Both being the two who see this.
Okay.
11.
He said history, not nature.
I did say
Right.
history, not nature.
I don't know why I clicked nature. Okay, 13.
Torment, you've seen this. This is
Wait,
actually
I've seen
Wait,
this.
you got it now.
not sorry. Vort, you've seen this.
What's his name?
Torment, you're like, what the fuck are these trees doing?
Wait, are we rolling again perception?
No.
No? Okay.
Vort,
I-
you see this. You can point it out to people if you want, Vort, but you've seen this before. It is a banner for the Necrum's Brotherhood.
Oh!
Do you
Oh.
point this out to other people?
Wait, hold up. Huh,
I'm kind of quiet for a second. This is a banner. Okay, you don't stop metagaming!
Guys, on the disc, Ash just starts going, and you're like, oh god, no, it's coming back!
Stop metagaming.
Aftershocks!
No, I had to find something. Hold on. There. Okay.
Necrum's
You're
brother.
still metagaming no matter what you find here.
James, you're being real merciful when it comes to metagame punishment. I want to point that
Oh
out.
no, John, they stack. Just wait.
I'm
I
sorry.
have a big list right in front of me.
Good.
Season finale's coming real soon, motherfuckers.
James, you said Necrum's Brotherhood, right?
The Necrum's Brotherhood, yes, sir. So far, the two
Oh,
winningest
Faction, no, I would
so far the two winningest offenders on my list of Just season finale.txt. Currently, the leader is Ash.
Future reference. If faction reference, just don't even have Torment roll. He wouldn't know shit about any of the factions.
I say
Yeah,
this
it makes sense that you
to-
wouldn't know.
Yeah, 10 years old, captured, was in prison for 20 years, wouldn't know shit about politics.
Because we backtracked. I would only be with Torment, so I tell him.
Yeah, you're
It's a banner.
standing next to Torment, and Torment's like, "What the fuck are these trees doing?"
It's a banner. Necrum's Brotherhood.
I don't know what that means.
Where's my chem notebook?
And there's Ash
faction.
sitting on a disc trying to do more drugs as she pulls out her book about making drugs.
Just.
I need
Let's
to
go
pair,
back
I
and
need to
tell the
pair
others.
this whiskey with some Ruska berries. Oh.
Ash, we can make you safe drugs later.
I'm gonna see all sorts of food now.
Vordt will walk up to Azrael and say, "The trees are making a banner showing the Necrum's Brotherhood."
That's good, right?
Okay.
That's who we're here to see, right?
Who are you asking that to?
I'm saying that in character to Vordt.
I'm not sure.
Roll history me, please, James. Yes.
You may roll knowledge history.
So it's
Natural 20!
The
The Necrum's Brotherhood faction, they have an interesting history, and you've spent a long time studying into it, as very unlikely group of powerful beings came together to found it. And you know that in regards to your home of Halivara, Necrum's Brotherhood really doesn't pay you guys much attention. You know that they don't necessarily hate you, but they don't really give a shit about you either. They tend to be less interventionist and more kind of just about letting things be. You do know that their leader is named Zalus, and he is the young god of freedom.
Oh. Does that 20 also give me the information that I know about Zalus?
It does. It ties into what you know about the young god Zalus, the god of freedom. You know that he is the faction leader.
Oh god, I thought I had something written down here about Zalus.
Yeah, the success I gave you that you know who they are and you know that they're geopolitical relations. Natural 20 is you know who their leader is.
How do you spell that name?
Let me pull it up just to make sure I'm not fucking it up. My god, I shouldn't get it wrong. Zalus is spelled Xalous.
Yes. If James was on my Google Doc, he would see it slowly updating every day.
You say that like I stare at your Google Docs whenever I'm DMing, because that would be totally not rude at all.
I mean, it has information that you may or may not have written down.
It does, and I check them from time to time.
Alright. Alright. So, Azrael will say that. Necrum's Brotherhood. I've heard of them.
Oh.
The leader's name is Zalus. They... a very... weird group of powerful people came together to form it. Whether it is what we came here to search to find, I don't know. Someone didn't tell me the answer to my actual question.
Or totally forgetting.
Do you need to also roll knowledge history?
Sure do.
James, I rolled that history check not on the Necrum's Brotherhood.
Oh, I
on
thought that's what you were
whether-
rolling on. You're rolling on what you
I
were
was
doing.
rolling it on whether or not we came here to see them.
Oh, well, you would know just because this is still fresh in your mind. No, you did not.
Oh, okay. That is
You're-
not who we're here to see.
You are
sir.
not interested. You're not going to go see them.
That's not who we want to see.
I don't mind on the natural 20 giving you that information anyway.
Thank you. So why is the banner here?
You know why.
Are we entering the area?
You're entering their claimed territory. This is a gate.
Oh.
You are exiting the unclaimed territory and entering that of the Necrum's Brotherhood.
Either way, we need to get her to a doctor no matter what. So on
They
we
be able
go.
to help us.
At least we know who we're. It's not illegal for us to be in their territory. It's not illegal for us to be in their territory. Azrael says with a straight face, more sure.
Azrael, would they be able to help us?
Yes, but it's going to come at a price. We aren't going to get it for free like we have been.
All right.
What?
Q, Rihanna's still metagaming.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Alright.
just searching something.
I move forward, and
Stop
thus Rihanna moves forward.
Do I?
I will follow.
Alright, so you guys start to move down further into the foliage.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, make sure. Yes, okay. Okay. Yeah. There you go. So,
I thought so. Okay.
you're allowed to ask that, that's fine. You know that.
Just
So-
have it actually in. Okay.
Wait a minute, a thought occurs. Azrael will take, will ask, Rihanna for her Ash for her dagger again.
Everyone.
Just
but
keep speaking till you run out of names, then you'll hit it.
For my dagger.
Yes. Can I have your
Just
dagger
gonna
again?
like slowly pull it out and like kind of reluctantly give it to you.
More water.
Okay.
This is an extreme thirst.
Azrael will use,
I know
his,
that.
what is it called? Minor Conjuration to conjure up an actual tree tap.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
you have a tree tap.
Yeah, Azrael's going to cut into the tree a little bit to start it, and then he's going to use the butt of the dagger to drive in the tree tap.
Alright, roll survival with advantage because you're using the right tool.
That's a natural 20.
You get a real nice stream going out of this tree.
Alright, so I say she's doing better. I say we rest here for a little while, like maybe an hour. How's that sound for everyone?
It's fine with me.
I turn off the tap. What you do is you just twist it. It's like a faucet. And it'll be fine. It's just when you're thirsty. Make sure you fill up before we go.
Alright. An hour passes. All of you gain the benefits of a short rest.
Alright.
Which are, yeah.
And roll some hit die. Warlocks get their spell slots back.
I get 0 spells back. Yay.
Hold on.
Oh, that's perfect.
Vort's like, I can sleep! I can fight!
So wait, that 4 is how many spell slots I got back?
That's how
or-
many hit points you regain.
Oh hell yeah! I finally am full health.
I've expended 2 of my hit dice and have regained 14 hit points, so solid.
Yes,
I
sir.
did 1 and regained 7, so I'm happy with that. As well as I'm going to, during this short rest, cast Find Familiar. Just getting Plataris back over to me.
A couple minutes pass, and then you hear like a loud cracking noise, and just and you look at you see Plataris just drop out of the sky, and just land face first next to you.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So you didn't tell me there were going to be large obstacles that I had to fly through.
Large obstacles?
You look up and see like a giant hole in the tree canopy.
Oh. I'm also
you take a moment to admire the fact that it looks like it's such a thick canopy, yet there's a lot of light down here.
I'm also going to recast Floating Disc towards the end of it,
Okay.
just so that Ash can rest on it more.
Ash, I'm assuming you climb up on the disc.
Yeah.
You're going for another disc ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember,
hell
this disc
yeah.
only lasts for an hour.
Ah.
Alright, so you guys keep making your way. Eventually, you guys see the thick foliage actually start to break. And while the trees are still there, they're starting to thin too. And you're seeing a lot of burned and chopped up tree stumps.
Well, that's one way to get rid of a stump.
And eventually, you guys walk into a covered, by the canopy, a covered clearing. And in this clearing, you are met with a giant, just massive overgrowth, like normal tree-sized overgrowth of strawberry bushes. And a
Do not-
tiny wood fence holding them in.
Do not pick the strawberries.
You see that the red path goes up into this clearing and splits into two paths, one going to the left and one going to the right. The one going to the left is a bright green, and the one going to the right is yellow.
We need to follow the yellow path.
You follow
Everyone
the
in-
yellow path.
Yeah.
Everyone in agreement with that.
I was kind of I was also waiting for anyone to respond to that.
I'm gonna go the
Yeah.
blue one. No, no. Just kidding.
What's
I'm
I'm going to the
colorblind,
blue one. He
so-
just goes back into the woods looking for the blue one. Strawberries that we can't
colorblind,
pick. This
so-
path sucks. Just leaves. All right, so you guys start to walk alongside this strawberry field. To the left is the field itself and the fence. To the right is the forest, and there's this little narrow pathway you can walk. Eventually, you actually see a walkway branch off the yellow path to the left with a sign in the middle of it. Anybody who reads Abyssal and would like to read it may do so.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know why I wrote in Infernal is in Abyssal. I knew I was making sure this was correct. I'm changing this in my notes, even though it doesn't matter. Private property. Trespassers will be eaten. Please go to the stand for service. You have been warned.
And this is on the yellow path?
This is on the sign branching off what looks like a little walkway down the... It actually... You see that there's a split in the fields that has like a walkway going down the split, and that sign is in the middle of that walkway.
So if we go on the yellow path, we're trespassing.
Oh, the side path.
Okay.
If you go down this side path, you are trespassing. If you go down this yellow path, God knows where it will lead. The trade-off is this side path must lead to some sort of civilization, and this yellow path could just keep going for God knows how long.
Well, we're gonna follow the yellow path. Well, at least I am.
Party in agreement?
I don't know. Once
Boy,
we,
you still
on-
looking for that blue path?
I know it says no trespassing, but do we really have a choice? Who knows how long it's going to be? We could be walking this city for 3 days.
Hmm. Ash, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine.
The side path it is.
Our party takes forever to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I could be a dick.
Scary.
I could be a
We just
dick
stared
and
at
just.
each other like.
Well, I'm glad Torment weighs in on decisions. That's all I'm gonna say.
I follow wherever Azrael goes.
Hey, what's up, guys? It is me, Joke65, and we're sorry to be dropping you guys midway through a session of the Fragmentation. We're gonna call this episode 10.5 because, yeah, let's just say the last 2 hours or so may or may not have had my audio. What are the odds? Oops. Yeah. So, in case you guys missed it, our characters escaped, not so much escaped, but finally left the Tunguskini path with a totally wasted Ash. But not long after, Azrael and Torment managed to concoct an antidote that helped revive her. After receiving some traveling advice from a couple other Tunguskini members, they made their way north down the Red Path, past a lava pool, and ended up sneaking by a pair of death dogs, not devil dogs, those are food, death dogs, as they made their way into the village of Niping. They've found an elder elf healer for Ash, who has done a little bit of world building for the party. They've learned about the Necrum's Brotherhood and it being led by Zalus, the god of freedom, and they've learned that there is an unsteady peace between the Necrum's Brotherhood and their eastern neighbors, the Federation of Salvation. Both factions have good intentions, but it's methodology that's led to some clashes. And resuming.
Question.
Go
real
on.
quick. What's the name of our foundation?
You are members of the Assimilation Compact currently.
Okay, I need to actually write that down.
Thank you, Angry Penguin, for the tip. So, you guys are getting a very short video tonight, and next week will be named episode 11. Sorry. At least in this case, it's been a rest episode for the most part, so it's not too bad. Before long, you know, Ash, you are feeling your skin like burning. It was a burning sensation.
And so, who's on besides the east? Who else is there? Neighbors.
Well, if you go until you. The Necrum's Brotherhood territory to the west and to the north last until you reach the water. Our little corner of the world, as some might say. Place to call our own.
Azrael will turn around, then point to Rin behind him, and
Rin?
like with his head, just making sure that he's pointing towards the right way, and say, "Do not mention our path."
Well, Rin's not in this story.
I'm not gonna answer.
She's going to incite you.
Do I need to make him contested?
You can roll persuasion. Because she's trying to figure out if she wants to probe into that.
I'm using message.
Yeah, she heard you. But she's not sure if she wants... Wait, I thought you said you were using message like with her.
No, I'm using
No.
message with Rin.
Oh.
Not Rin, Ash.
Got it. I misheard you. Okay.
Yeah. Because I know she will mention it if not told otherwise.
You were right on that statement. Still think it's so funny. Ash just gonna look at him, wink, and nod head.
And she goes, okay, I think that'll do. If you begin noticing any more symptomology when the peeling finally stops, come back and see me.
Thank you so much. What's your name?
My name is Lilith.
How much do we owe you?
She raises her hand and says,
Nice to meet you. I'm Ash.
and she raises her hands and says, just please don't cause much trouble, and as outsiders, do your best not to interfere in the election.
The election?
It's the election year.
She laughs at hearing election year.
What?
Where do you come from, young man?
I come from Halivara.
Livara. Oh my, that little shrub is still around?
Yeah.
We'd heard rumors that the winds of the dam conquered it.
Nope, it's still independent.
Wow. That's incredible. And she's like kind of blown away. Well, I don't know how often you change your representation. We don't tend to keep ours around very long.
What is it, election? Half a year?
Mm-mm.
The quarter?
Mm-mm.
Month?
Election week.
Once a week.
Oh.
The polls are always open on Friday. She smiles. But not for you.
I hit that.
Otherwise
in the
there may be shenanigans, and one wouldn't want that called.
That's fair.
Oh yes, indeed. And she gets up and she goes to kind of, leave.
Oh, by the way, I have a question or two. Before you go.
And what might that be?
You guys wouldn't happen to sell any raspberries here, would you?
Raspberries?
Yes.
Oh, we sell all sorts of fresh produce. Blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, apples. If it grows in the ground, you'll find it around here somewhere.
You wouldn't have any honey?
I don't know if we have any honey now. That one is a little more rare. It's kind of difficult to keep bees around here with so many natural predators to them. You guys just hear, like, you at this point notice the loud cacophony of birds high up in the trees.
That is very fair. You wouldn't happen to know anywhere where I could get honey, would you?
I may try the market. Somebody
Just a
may have
couple
some. Somebody may have some.
Okay. Can you point me in the direction of that?
Certainly.
But first, I would like to buy some apples and some raspberries from you guys.
And she says, okay. Well, the fruit stands are going to be back in the direction you came. And, she kind of gestures to across the main kind of wide streetway of this town. You guys see there's a lot of, like, weirdly crude wood huts. There's some stone buildings, but it literally looks like there's some big stones were dropped in place and a roof thrown on top. There are some, like, dirt homes. And then there are, like, some really, really nice, like, dwarven crafted buildings at the in the farther back of the town towards, like, what would be the center. This town isn't really that big, but then you see as you look back in the direction you came from, you see the two not saying their name, None of you guys know what those are. You see the two large, like ape-like demons and their big strawberry stand, and then you see like that, down a little ways from them, you actually see some guys on some other stands with like berries and vegetables, and one guy, like his whole stand is made out of a potato, like this massive potato.
So I'll start heading over towards the stand.
What do the rest of you do?
Torment's just gonna take it easy.
You find a shady spot nearby where the hut is, and you just kind of observe.
Vordt will follow Azrael.
Ash?
She's gonna stay in there and try to contact Volganov.
Okay. So we're actually going to start with Torment. You notice something not long after you sit down, just kind of observing. And is that you notice that, like, people either seem extremely open and jolly and good-natured, and that includes, like, some of the demons you see as well, or they are uptight, edgy, and just pissed constantly, like, almost looking to pick a fight. And, like, you see, like, a bunch of, like, lizard folk, like, ganging up on this one demon, just like, did you try to stiff him? No, I didn't, no. I think you're too copper short there, lad. No, okay, I can find it, I have silver, taking it, and they just take it, and they run off, and like, oh, goodness. And, like, even though this demon is a larger creature than these guys, visibly unnerved. And, like, you actually see a dude just straight up get mugged in the street. And then when the two guys run off with his coin purse, like the third guy who got mugged, like, there's actually this little halfling dude gets up and he's like, damn it, not again.
I see. This town's either extremely accommodating, or it's unnaturally vicious. Might be worth mentioning that to Azrael.
Meanwhile, at the berry stand, you guys approach the stand next to the ape demons. They are conversing with a customer who is clearly frustrated and trying to simply purchase a small carton of strawberries and not an entire bucket.
Do I know this as I walk up?
You see, like the one demon is like trying to hand him the bucket, and he's like, no, smaller.
This poor guy.
Azrael will say in Abyssal, smaller but not one.
Smaller, but not one.
Not one. Small. Like 10.
10. Oh, and then he holds up his fingers like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other one counts up and starts counting his fingers, like the same, like counting the other orc's fingers, like 5, 6. Before long, like they go and they get like a cup and put 10 strawberries in it, and like they hand it to him, and he's like, I guess this is fine. Takes it, drops some change on the table, and they're like, oh. And you notice that the strawberries they give this man are big and they're gorgeous. They're not bruised at all. Like they're like the perfect strawberries. And you're like, damn.
Azrael will then proceed to say in Abyssal, I'm looking for raspberries.
And the lizard folk who comes up from behind the counter goes, "And I speak common, jackass." In Abyssal.
I mean, in common, I say. I mean, in order to get better at a language, you need to practice it with other people that know the language, don't you?
Fair enough. What can I do for you?
I say in Abyssal, I could use some raspberries.
And, in common he replies, "Okay, I know you mean the fruit, but that can mean one of two things."
That is very fair. I mean the fruit. In common, I say, is there a better way of saying raspberry meaning the fruit in Abyssal?
You would say sweet or red raspberry. He says that in Abyssal.
And then I say sweet raspberry in Abyssal.
And he gives you the finger gun. And he goes, "All right, small package, medium or large?"
Medium.
He picks up a bucket.
Small.
He laughs and pulls the bucket back down, and before he gets back up, he has a actual carton, like you'd expect to see.
Now I will take a medium of apples if you have it.
I don't, but the elven lad there, he is the one whom will have your apples.
And do you work with her? Points to the elf lady.
No.
Okay. Well, do you have any honey? Or do you know of someone that might have honey?
Don't believe we have honey in right now. It doesn't last long while it's here. The demons go nuts for it.
So you don't know anyone who might have honey?
No, believe me, everybody knows when honey arrives in town.
Alright. Do you know where I might get some bees?
He looks up at the birds. You might want to head to the northeast for bees.
Alright. How long do you think these raspberries will last?
In our conditions, well, they've been groomed for them, perhaps. I would say 3 weeks to a little over a month.
Alright.
They are bred in harsh conditions. They survive harsh conditions.
Alright, then I'll... Alright. Do you know where I might get a bag of holding?
And he kind of leans forward to you and goes, "That's not the kind of thing you just want to ask around here. At least not to me. You might be more interested in..." And he kind of gestures over to a black, like it's a stand that has like a black cloth draped over it, and in Abyssal it just says arcane.
Azrael will...
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be caught saying anything like that to me.
That is... okay.
Like, I can tell you're new here. Just be careful. Ride the waves. And whatever you do... And he gets, like, real close. Don't call shenanigans unless you really, really mean it.
Can I insight on what shenanigans means?
This is a cult.
You can go ahead and roll insight.
James, can you look at references?
I can sure look at references. It's tough, because if I open it on Discord on my PC, it fucks up the video.
I have no fucking idea what he means by shenanigans.
No, Call, but that is a good try.
Uh,
That's a good try.
He left one fucking cult and joined another. God damn it.
I mean, I can kind of guess what he means by shenanigans, but I have no fucking idea what he means. Azrael will... Because out of game, shenanigans could mean, like, calling the law, but also shenanigans could mean just general use of magic.
Oh, you fucking right.
Yeah. So, Azrael's gonna go over to the, thank him, and say, I'll be back for the berries in a minute.
He takes them and puts them underneath the counter, very nonchalantly.
Mm-hmm. Then Azrael will head over to the shop that says Arcane.
Nobody is currently sitting at the shop right now, but there is a bell.
Azrael will ring the bell.
You actually see, when you ring the bell, one of the guards at, like, the gate, there are actually two Merilith guarding, like, standing at, like, this little, like, shitty-looking welcome gate. And when you ring the bell, one of them turns around and it's like, ooh, a customer! And just, like, hurt, you know, it's like slithers over. And they go, like, around the desk at the stand, and they just kind of pop up on the other side. I'm gonna roll a 50-50 to see which one of them is. Okay. It is a larger, male-looking Merilith. Has more masculine features.
Okay. Azrael will lean in real close to him and say, "Listen, bud. I'm new around here.
Inabyssally says, yeah, I can tell.
I have 2 questions."
Like, you realize he's leaning in, like, to meet you.
Yeah, I know. Azrael's like, I have 2 questions. One can influence the other.
Okay.
I've heard this go around a lot. What does it mean if someone calls the S word?
He's gonna roll insight, make sure he understands what I'm talking about. Roll persuasion. This is just for getting the message across. Okay. That's perception, not persuasion. You see into his eyes. They're big and goldish red.
Beautiful eyes. You
All right,
got there,
between
buddy.
his 10 and your 16, he goes, what do you... Oh. It's kind of like saying, you know, sick 'em, boy. He goes, and you see him kind of drift off, and he grabs you and turns your shoulder and goes, watch. And he starts, like, he bangs the desk a little bit, and you see, like, this demon and this lizard folk getting into a spat. And he's like, you shorted me 10 cents. Again! Again! This is the 3rd time! And he goes, oh, what you gonna do about it? You gonna run back to your mommy? You think that she's gonna come get you? And he goes, argh! And then you see, like, from the window, another demon reach out and goes, shenanigans! And then suddenly every able-bodied citizen runs over and begins beating the shit out of the lizard folk.
Azrael has
It is just a gang attack, and they're just going in. You actually see, like, the elven lady come running out of her healing tent and immediately start pulling people off the pile.
This is a fucking cult.
So what it means is, okay, I get it. Thank you.
It's kind of a buzzword. Just be very, very careful. And if you are nearby, somebody calls shenanigans. And he kind of, like, you know, he realizes he said the word out loud, and he keeps his eyes open up wide. He's like, nobody heard that, nobody heard that, nobody heard that. Wait for 2 to get at the bottom of the pile, then just kind of jump on the top. You're less likely to take a blow that way, but you contributed, which means you won't have it called on you back.
I will subtly relay this to the rest of my party so that they know common law here. And as for the second question, you wouldn't happen to have a, Azrael looks both ways, bag of holding?
And he puts up one finger and then goes below the cabinet and begins looking. You roll for something real quick. He comes back up and you see in his hand that not like he's showing it off like, oh, my merch, but like he's kind of tucked it towards the desk. You see a bag of holding. It is bloody.
How much do you want for it?
Look something up real quick, just because I want to do this properly. Okay, that's what I was thinking. So he kind of looks back to you and says, 500 gold. And he says, but, and you kind of see him, like, you kind of see him sweating a little bit. He tugs at the collar. Might be negotiable.
Give me a second. Go to Rin and Ash. Not Rin and Ash. Ash and Vordt for a second.
Ash, Vordt.
With Isaiah.
Oh god.
Ash, Torment. Sorry, I had to call you out there. Ash,
Yeah.
Torment. Guys are chilling.
I guess.
You just watched this man get beaten to near death in the streets, and
Oh,
very quickly, like, one of the oddly enough, so make sure I get this right. I really put this up. There's a gnome who comes out of the pile super bloody. He's like, "Why weren't they in it?" And the elf lady was like, "No, they're new.
I'm also hurt
New.
still.
They haven't learned. And goes, first one's free. You better be in the next scrum, damn ya!" And he walks off.
I'm still injured. But yeah, Ash was just trying to get Volgarnoth because she's still in the tent. Get in contact with him.
All right, so you actually do finally get a message back. You hear in the back of your head, what could be so important that I have to hear you bitch in my head for 3 hours?
I'm sorry, that was not actually me. I consumed, what was it called again?
Rishki.
Rishki? A
Mhm.
lot of it. And I was seeing a lot of scary things.
She saw into the future.
My life does not revolve around you. Understood?
I understand completely, but I do have information for you.
Very well.
But I have to tell you so no one can hear. Because this place is
Then go find some place private. Now.
Okay. She's gonna stand up, kind of peep out of the tent, and kind of look for a place that isn't that isn't like that is kind of away from everyone.
All right, and as you go, we'll do this scene. We'll do this scene. I didn't want to. Damn it, Isaiah, you fucked me up. Make sure you stay after for post show. Just
I will.
do me a favor. All right. So you go and roll stealth.
Me?
Stealth?
No, Ash, stealth, go.
18.
All right, you manage to duck into the super thick foliage, and you are obscured, and you are hidden.
Okay. I'm away from everyone.
As you say that, the floor collapses underneath you, like the ground, and you just and you just fall through the ground, and you fall upwards into Volgnarod's office, and he is very clearly in a bad mood.
I'm sorry, but I do have a lot of stuff I can tell you to make you hopefully feel a little in a better mood.
Spit it out.
Okay.
Spit it out.
First off, if you would like to know more about
Out with it now.
Where what is
You
it
know, of
fucking
all
called?
things, I don't like wasting my time.
Necron's Brotherhood.
Doctor, you douche.
I know a lot about the Necrons. I learned that the Necron Brotherhoods. I learned new things about them.
Please tell me you didn't just come to tell me you've learned about the Necrum's Brotherhood.
No. It's just some stuff I learned from inside it because I'm inside it right now.
Pray for your sake it's something I don't already know about them.
And that's not all I'm gonna tell you. This is just one of the things. First off, if you say anything shenanigans, it's like a cult and they all attack each other.
Volgnaroth stops dead for a moment, like in the most confused way. Hold on, you can roll something. Okay. Rolled an 18, Jesus. Shenanigans. Oh, you're there. Wait, they haven't burned that place to the ground yet?
Oh,
You're in Yiping.
yes.
That's not a Necrum's Brotherhood thing. That is specifically, that's how they govern themselves.
Oh, thank God.
It's like, I see. Yeah, they still have it like that.
Yes, I was going to say, if you're telling me that, of all people, Zalus, Mr. Goody Breaker of Chains, is out there demanding that people beat each other in the streets over the damn shenanigans rule, and he just laughs and like starts bursting into tears on his desk, and he goes, that would be the most ridiculous thing ever. I
first
can't
time
believe
she's seen
they're
him
still
laugh.
using this rule. Oh, nothing I didn't already know about Niping, but certainly I'll say you've succeeded in brightening my mood. I can't
First
believe
time
they
she's
haven't.
seen him laugh.
Yeah, it's kind of disturbing.
Yeah,
This man is always angry, and yet you just watched him laugh. And like genuine
smiles.
humor.
She kind of smiles.
All right.
because she's happy
What
to
else?
talk to him.
What else? What else?
So also, I don't know if you knew, but we were in a tunnel for a long ass time, and right now the orcs are going on, almost war with the people that own the tunnel.
Fascinating. That would have been south. And you watch as he goes over and like waves his hand down, and you see a large map of Neomateria unfold, and he like zoom and enhances on that map, which looks weird because like the ink distorts as it zoom and enhances, and then it redraws. And he like, picks fingers like, oh, interesting. Little conflict there. Interesting.
Yeah, apparently that tunnel is used for drug trading, and the orcs are tired of it.
Very interesting. They could be of use to us. Very interesting.
Also, there's things in the tunnel that is not connected to any party.
How deep does the tunnel go?
Pretty deep. It's a really long tunnel. It goes so deep that there was a spider living in it, and there was these creatures that had like came from the walls and had spikes and stuff, and they stabbed me in the stomach.
Sounds like you were at least touching the surface of the Underdark. Perhaps
were.
not necessarily from the Underdark side. From the Underdark, nonetheless. I wouldn't be too worried. Those are simply wildlife creatures. The spider is interesting, though.
They raised that.
Who did? The orcs?
No.
Tell me the orcs raised that kind of a spider.
No, the people that live in the tunnel, because it had to be there for a reason. They would have gotten rid of it. It wasn't.
That makes more sense. Would be a sort of guard dog, I suppose.
They also had dogs. They also used actual guard dogs.
Roll perception check real quick, Ash.
Perception. Do. 16.
There is a floating notepad you notice nearby Volgnaroth with a quill that is ferociously taking notes.
They have guard dogs with the
God damn it, Isaiah. Type
hellhounds.
whiter.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Not the hellhounds.
No, it's
what are they
not.
called?
I don't even need to look at reference hunting to know you're wrong.
Oh.
That's bullshit. It has to be.
No, you're wrong.
What do you mean?
You're wrong. I don't even need to look. You're just wrong. I'm looking at it, but I'm sure you're wrong. Yeah, I knew that's what you were gonna guess, and wrong.
What do you mean? Go on.
I mean, to be honest, any of you could have recreated the same effect the same way he is.
No, because you can only cast Mage Hand once.
That's not the spell.
Okay.
Dude, I'm not going to, unless fucking Ash wants to roll Arcane on the floating clipboard, ferociously taking notes.
I think she's a little too preoccupied with trying not to mim him and murder.
Good, I'm
her.
glad we're leaving Isaiah hanging. This is better.
I hate all of you.
So, goes
They have demon dogs. And they
Death-
train them.
Death Dog.
That's it.
I wonder who's aiding. I'll look into this further on my own. Hold on.
And then also the I don't know if you saw, but I went into this like I had to go to a demon fucking bar.
A demon fucking bar?
Yes.
Orgy bar.
He just kind of like gives you the go on gesture.
So I had to.
He's actually staring out the window over the wide, like lava covered, not like sea of lava, but like, you know, cracks and the dark red stone. A few volcanoes you can see out his
So
window.
we went to this bar that was run by that really only had demons and abyssal kind of creatures. It was actually run by the squid things. I don't really remember. My brain is still a little fuzzy from the drugs, but
You notice that you've got some peeling skin now.
and oh god, my skin. And
Don't peel it
they-
off in here. You have no idea how many souls it took to make that rug.
Okay. So they are connected to the compact, and we went to this window thing in the back corner, and there was a demon thing.
Volgnaroth is again giving you the more info finger wag.
It was big.
He turns around and looks you in the eyes, and you see his eyes in that angry glow they get sometimes. How big? Details, girl. Details.
Well, okay. So this was a different. So this thing was something different. I think it had tentacles, but then we went to the bar, and then we were shot down into the floor, and we met a like a king demon dude.
He'll give you his name.
He did. Hold on, did I write it down? Please write it down. Can I do a wisdom thing or something check to remember?
You may
what it was?
roll an intelligence history check.
History. Okay.
Yeah, I've decided I'm gonna start doing history for memory because that just makes sense in my brain.
17.
Okay, that's enough. Let me find my.
I don't think I wrote it down.
I know. Here we go. You met the demon named Regilik.
Regilik. Oh, I did write that down. Okay. Demon in the hole, Regilik. Okay. Regilik.
Regilik. You see his eyes kind of soften a bit. He goes, I wonder. And you see him like point to the clipboard, and he snaps his fingers twice, and it starts taking another note.
Do you know this demon?
He just turns and looks back at you and goes, "None of your concern."
Well, he seemed to know me.
He, looks in you in the eyes for a moment and then just kind of shakes his head, just disregarding your comment.
Well, that demon's the one that owns the tunnel.
And he points back to the clipboard, which has already finished taking the good. That's a discussion I'm going to have.
And apparently he owns the bar too. But he's connected with the compact. They are almost like partners.
And he looks to you and goes, "To what degree?"
That he's okay with what the things doing in there. That he allows us to go into his bar and use his tunnel.
Roll an insight check on Volgnaroth.
Please, for the love of God, come on, I want to read something about this bitch.
He's trying to stone face you.
21!
Succeed. With each detail you give him about the hole in the wall, you can see his blood starting to boil.
Okay.
And it's very clearly that it's not directed at you.
It's angry about hole in wall.
I'm sitting over here in my head screaming the name of that demon.
Same.
I have it written down.
Okay. Yeah, and then we went in the hole, but there was the way we entered was through this cart.
A cart?
It was like a broken down cart, and it was bigger than it looked like from the outside, and then we entered through there.
You see the hand write that down, and Volgnaroth pulls the map down again, zoom and enhance on the city of Enopenalum, and without, you feel weird because he waves his hand and you are forced, jerked through the air to him. And he grabs your hand, takes his fingernail, and slices open your index finger.
Oh.
Place it on this map.
She places it on the map.
And the blue blood that comes out of your finger seeps into the paper, and you see like the shape of the cart appear, and your wound seals.
Oh.
And it's interesting because you were off by a tiny bit, and you see like the blood flow through the paper to the spot. He goes, interesting.
And there was a
Very
kobold
interesting.
there to meet us, along with a.
That's enough for now. I know what I need to know. You've done well. Leave me.
Can I ask one question?
If it is about my property, I have yet to make up my mind. Pray you don't influence that decision or already have.
Yes, but I wanted to tell you that Azrael has a family.
He turns and looks at you. Oh, really?
A wife and child.
You know their name? And he smiles.
I don't, but I know it's an elf. She has a temper. Oh, and she likes Gorgorku's books.
And he snaps his fingers. Perfect. He gestures to the servant, who grabs a new piece of paper and begins writing something. What's done is done. You've done well. You may go. I have business that I must attend to.
Of course, and how close is the Company of the Beast to where I am?
The company?
Yes.
No. I hate to tell you this, but in terms of borders, we have a small border with Necrum's Brotherhood to the northeast, north of the Federation of Salvation. But in terms of our home territory, you're oceans away. And don't even get me started about from where which we govern.
I was just wondering because if I get the sword or whatever, I thought I had to bring it to the Company of the Beast.
You do not bring it to the company. You will bring
Bring
the
it to
weapon
you.
to me. There's the difference.
Okay. And what if it happens the problem with the book? Will you come for it yourself instead of me trying to teleport to you?
There is an issue, like with the book. Then the first thing you will do is reach out to me. If you do not hear back from me within the hour, you run and you check in every hour on the hour. Not a moment sooner, not a moment later. I understood.
Yes. Yes.
What? He kind of like gets right up in your face and says, you lack an understanding of just what it is you've been asked to retrieve. And it's best that it stays that way.
I understand.
And he walks back to his desk, and you feel like the void begin to start sucking you back out again.
Bye!
And you... and you just get like shot back up out of the ground from where you went. It's like... and you land flat on your face. And that is where we are going to end the session tonight. So, sorry to everybody for the 48-minute long episode. Sorry to Agosphere 8 for running over by a half hour.
Oh, he left.
I know, he's pissed. Just, nothing involving his character, it's all fine. You can catch up, there's a reason I record these. Oh well. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys all next time. Till then, this has been Joke65.
DrShockLocke.
KawGaming 661.
And we're at Arcade 1.
Bye, dudes.
Bye.
Bye.
5 minutes later.
All right, everybody, welcome to Fragmentation Post Show. Woo! Post show.
Can I get my haggling done here?
Do you want to?
Sure.
All right. What's your counter offer?
To 500.
Yeah.
Um.
How much do you own?
Well.
Yeah, I'll spot you some money if you need it. You still me.
Well, we're gonna start with 100, and this book slams the Advanced Alchemist book
Roll persuasion.
onto the table. I wasn't done my offer.
Okay, go on.
And 2
You're
potions of dark sight.
You're still rolling persuasion regardless. Just roll.
Yeah. So 2 potions of dark sight.
Okay.
100 gold and a Advanced Alchemist book.
Why would you want to get rid of that?
Want me to roll persuasion?
Yep.
Okay.
You want him to take this offer.
That's a 7.
He does not
Oh.
want this offer.
All right.
He gives you a counter offer of 450 gold pieces, the 2 potions, and he is going to ask for your professor robes.
Weird flex.
What?
Weird flex.
He has
How
his
about-
reasons.
How about 140 gold, the Alchemist book, the 2 potions of dark sight, and knowledge.
On what subject?
Another faction.
He briefly ponders the offer, and then he replies with a counteroffer. Bring the gold to 200 and throw in, and you see him like look really hard over at the gate station. Anybody who wants to can roll perception.
I'll do it.
I'll roll it.
Actually, no,
I
Ash,
don't-
Ash, you can't.
Yeah, no, I think I'm a little busy.
That's an 8.
A little far away.
Oh, that's a
Three.
3.
Neither of you see what he's looking for, and then he looks back to you and just whispers in your ear. And a large order of strawberry.
So, let me get that straight. You want 200 gold,
Mm-hmm.
a large order of strawberries,
Mm-hmm. No, actually, as you said, the large order of strawberry, like, shut the fuck up.
casting message. You want 200 silver, 200 gold.
You start to say silver, and he's like,
200 gold,
Mm-hmm.
a large order of strawberries,
Mm-hmm.
the book, and the potions.
Yup.
Uh, 1 second. Hey, Vordt,
Yes.
can I borrow 55 gold plus the cost for something in a minute?
All right.
Thank you. We have a deal.
All right, here, and he like grabs like a little piece of parchment from the desk and writes something on it. He's like, "You make sure that the strawberries get brought here. Nobody sees you do it. All right, you got that?
It's a little suspicious.
I would, for the bags, that I could hide them.
He's slow. Well, roll persuasion. Roll persuasion. He's not stupid.
Yeah. I get that. That's a 3.
Can't trust
you
you
know
with merchandise till I get paid.
How about I put down a down payment first?
Persuasion with advantage.
Because I have no other way to bring it over to him. That's a 15.
He accepts that offer.
All right. So,
And you see him like he slowly slides the bag of holding over to you.
I hand him.
And you actually see him. He takes like a little stamp and fastens it onto the bag.
I hand him 145 gold, the book, and the 2 potions.
He knows you shortchanged him. And
Yeah, I said down payment.
he like squinty eyes at you. It's like, make sure I get the rest of my money. My other payment.
Vordt, could you hand him the other 55?
I put 55 gold on the counter.
And you see him kind of relax a little. He takes it and puts it into the bag and goes, "Pleasure doing business with you." And he kind of like slides under the desk and goes slithers back over to the guard station.
So I have a bag of holding in my hands.
You have a bag of holding.
Is it really bloody?
It's really bloody. It's
Okay.
really bloody.
Fresh, the way I like it. I walk over towards the stand with the bag of holding in hand. Can I get a large strawberry and a large raspberry?
Oh. No, have. Wait. Oh. And then he looks at the two look at each other real quick. And then they're like, oh. And like they both like, yes, oh. And you see that like one of them, he leaves. And he's like, that will be 75 silver pieces. Oh.
Azrael looks to Vordt with puppy dog eyes.
What's the exchange rate from gold to silver?
He is asking you for $7.50.
No, like how many gold are how many silver are in gold?
I believe the exchange rate is 10 silver to 1 gold. That's why I said he's asking you for 7 gold and 50 cents.
Ah, okay. So I give him 8 gold.
Ooh. Ooh. And then he goes underneath the thing and you hear like clink clink clink. And then he gets up, he's like, "Oh. Okay." And the other one comes back with a bathtub. It is literally a bathing trough. And they start just loading it full of fucking strawberries.
I understand.
No. Here.
Ooh. And they turn around and they look back at you.
I hold out the I hold it open. The bag of holding.
Ooh. And like they're both trying to figure out what you want them to do.
Azrael says red strawberry in bag in Abyssal.
Ooh. Ooh. And you hear them in Abyssal like, he want in bag. Ooh. Yes. Ooh. We use tub measure. Ooh. Yes. Ooh. And they turn and they look at you like, we use tub measure, then in bag.
Azrael nods.
Ooh. And you see them like they keep filling the tub.
I mean, on an out-of-game reason, the reason why Azrael keeps using, like, Abyssal to speak to these people, even though they may know Common, Abyssal would be their common, like, their base language that they would know, so they would understand it easier. Is that?
Yeah, you guys also get the attack. You get the fact from both of you from just understanding these guys are dumb.
Yeah.
This guy's not smart. And finally, one of them walks over. The other like starts like trying to like gently open the bag, and like they're trying to like funnel the strawberries and like they just pour into the bag.
Mm-hmm. Also, I need to write on my character sheet that I have a bag of holding.
You have a bag of holding containing a bathtub's worth of strawberries.
And in my notes, I have an IOU for Azrael for 65 gold.
I hope that Rihanna is enjoying every second of this bullshit.
I love this. I'm just chilling.
No,
here,
Isaiah,
man.
the math does not add up. I'm charging you more gold than I paid.
How much are you? How much do I owe you?
65.
Gold?
Gold, yes.
Oh yes, because yes, that makes sense. All right, I'm okay with that. I'm still waiting on my my loan from the school.
Oh my god.
One of them hands you the bag, and the other goes, "Okay, lift, robe."
Lift robe?
Yes. Ooh,
Why?
you ask for large raspberry. Lift robe.
No. Large sweet raspberry.
You pay for large raspberry. And the other one's like, "Whoa! Whoa! No! Refunds! No!" And you see, like, on the stride, like, in Abyssal, it says strawberry, and then, like, in tiny font, it says no refunds. And they both start getting, like, angry. They're like, "Woo! Woo! Woo!"
I was gonna look at Azrael and say 70 gold.
Azrael slowly lifts up his shirt.
The one grabs you and, like, picks you up in one hand. And then just fucking raspberries your belly. Those big, goofy ape lips.
I look over to the reptilian man.
Torment is watching this and laughing his ass off.
I look towards the reptilian man.
He is also he is on the floor in just hysterics. In fact, there are a lot of people all just staring at you, trying to hold it together, and the demons are all like, "Ooh." They're like, "Oh, does baby feel good?"
All right, now can I get a large sweet raspberry?
Ooh, we no have raspberry, we strawberries. Ooh.
All right. Azrael walks away.
You have a
To
big
the bag.
red wet mark on your fucking belly.
I
And your
put down my
shirt
shirt.
and your shirt is wet.
Down my shirt.
It's wet.
I mean, okay.
He's so lucky that this is happening in the post show. Somebody clip this, please.
Azrael will go over to the arcane man.
You come back over to. There's nobody at the. There's nobody at the altar
I
now.
ring the bell.
This time the other one shows up. It is this one looks more feminine.
Hello.
Hello. What can I do for you?
I have a delivery for the other person that runs the shop.
Delivery?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And she kind of like thinks for a moment. She's like, "We weren't expecting." And you see, like, you know, her voice starts to warp a little bit. She sounds kind of more menacing, like the one you guys met in the hole in the wall. She's like, "Oh, yes, yes, yes. Come with me." And she actually leads
I
you
want to
behind.
roll insight on that.
You may roll insight on that.
That's a natural 1.
Oh,
Going with her.
nice lady, right? Nice lady. Caw, nothing? Caw. Caw.
I'm not helping him.
I just made a reference for you, and you did nothing, you bitch.
I totally was paying attention.
Totally was paying attention, you ass. So, you follow her back behind the stall, and there's this little...
Oh!
It just clicked.
Kind of watching the stream.
No, I'm not even watching the stream. I can't because it's on 720p 60 FPS.
That's how I avoid fuck ups when it comes to showing stuff to my chat. I don't want players to see. It's called cause internet. She actually leads you down into a cellar, and if you try to follow her, Vordt, she doesn't let you.
I wasn't planning on it. I'm leaving Azrael.
Yeah, you watch this demon lead Isaiah into a dark pit, and the door is shut behind them. She turns around and like in this little like overzealous menacing face, she's like, "What do you get? What do you get? What do you get? What do you get? What do you get?"
Oh, you don't know?
No. What did you get?
Oh.
What do you get? What do you get? What do you get?
Azrael pulls out the bag of holding.
Isn't that our
Here.
bag?
I bought it.
Oh, I see the sticker now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see the sticker.
Just real quick, why is it so bloody?
Oh, you... I guess nobody understood. Our shop is primarily, mostly, all contraband.
Oh! Are magic items not allowed in... brain work, please. In the Necrom's Brotherhood area?
No, they're allowed in the Necrom's Brotherhood area. They're not. They were outlawed 2 weeks ago in our town. This goes in and out. Occasionally we can sell fresh. Occasionally we have to sell contrabanded. The one you're holding is actually new, but we had to go out and beat a boar to death and coat it in blood to make it look low. We took it in a fight.
Okay.
Trust me, after the election, somebody new will get in, and they'll be pro-magic, and that'll be the platform they run on, and they'll win, and then they'll overturn that rule. And then 2 weeks from now, when somebody else runs, they'll win, and they'll overrule it again.
Can I run?
How long have you been in town for?
Half a day.
Not today, but if you get your paperwork in by... She checks the date. It is Monday. If you get your paperwork in by the Wednesday before lunch, I'm sure we could get you on the ballot in time. You'd need to have a place of residence here for at least 2.5 days.
Hey guys, I have a new goal!
Oh my
No.
god.
No.
It's called the Peasant Cannon.
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
No.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
this is happening.
Mm-mm.
This is
No.
happening.
No.
I knew this would happen when I wrote this plot point. I knew this would happen,
This
and
is
I,
happening.
and yet I did it anyway.
No. You know what? I'm just gonna have Ash run. Let's see how she
Oh
runs
my
this.
god.
The worst part is that you're both third parties. Fuck you.
So Azrael will go.
You are more than welcome to run. And there is a non-zero chance you win. But it's not great.
Azrael will go to the corner and what's it called? And say, "Watch this. Look at what he got." And he'll overturn the bag, dumping out all of the strawberries.
And you see her eyes go super wide. She's like, "Oh my God. That son of a bitch!" And she just goes back, like shooting, like angrily up the stairs. And before she leaves, she comes back down, grabs a bunch of them, shoves a bunch of them in her mouth, eats them as fast as she can, cleans her mouth off, and then goes up the stairs.
This is great, man.
Am I just down here alone now?
You are now down there alone.
I just realized something. I can
have
finally
eight
use the
strawberries.
Calistar ability. Yes. Yes.
Vordt, you see this angry demon lady, nice lady, just go shooting past you towards the gate, and hold on, make sure I get his name right. She's just yelling. Come on, where is it? Right. Borzon! And he's like, what? And like, in Abyssal, very clearly, you just hear them like, mind telling me what I've just found in our domain? No, what on earth could you be referring to? I don't know, something that we promised we wouldn't use anymore? She like puts her hand on and just, yeah, I know, you didn't really. Oh yeah, your delivery boy was quite persuasive, and he just death stares back at you, Vordt. He's like, do we have to talk about this in public? She's like, oh, no, we could talk about it whenever you want. Maybe after I've, maybe just... And she takes a deep breath and says, no, this isn't worth that. This isn't worth that. This isn't worth that, Big Wraith. You know that. This isn't worth that. And she's like, oh, but it could be. But it could be. But it could be. I've been off them for 3 months. 3 months! Like, there's just clearly very ferocious argument going on.
Is this a couple? Is this a couple? Was she addicted to strawberries and now she's angry?
You can roll insight for one and knowledge arcane for the other.
Okay.
If Ash notices any of this, which I'm assuming you do because they're making a scene now.
20 on insight.
They don't necessarily look like they're together, but they're together to some degree.
Okay, and then you
They
said
clearly
arcane?
live together. And arcane for the other, yes. Vordt, you may roll this as well. As for you, Azrael,
10.
you're in a basement. Shut up.
10.
My cursor. Where's my cursor?
Can I roll arcane on the strawberries?
You know what? Yes, you can. You can roll arcane on why would, yeah, the strawberries. What's so special about the strawberries? Go ahead, roll.
That's
That's mine. That's a 20 on my arcane.
Vordt. Post-show nat 20s be quite real right now.
I got a 10 on arcane on the
Somebody
strawberries.
please clip this.
What's the 17 with insight?
Okay, insight was worse than Ash. They're definitely together to some degree. 20. Vordt, you've seen... you've been told that certain mundane objects have bizarre effects on things from other planes. Especially if their species come from 2 different planes.
Okay.
Is there anything that I find arcane about these strawberries?
These strawberries are very mundane. They are strawberries. They look delicious. They're not bruised at all. What?
I'll eat one.
You eat one. It's very good. It's very big.
Good.
And like all you can think is, wow, for 2 stupid morons, these guys grow some incredible strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
What?
Are devils from other planes then?
They're from the 9 hells.
Does Volgranoth have an obsession like this?
You don't know.
It's to oranges.
I really want to know. I want it to be something cute, like something fucking random.
Since this is the post show, I'm not afraid to spoil that there is something that he really likes.
There is. I mean, I know certain things that he likes, but like that's my job to find those. But like
he
other
has
things
a
I don't.
he has a something. I will say it's not strawberries.
It's different than what the stuff I have to get, right?
Yeah, he's not asking you for the thing that he gets like super jazzed by.
Would William know?
You can ask him, but whether or not he'll tell you or not, even if he knows, whether or not he'll tell you is another story.
Oh, I should have asked the demon in the hole. God damn it!
Well, you didn't know at that time that the 2 of them had any relation to each other.
Yeah, I know. I go back. Hey, do you know if Volgranoth likes anything? it happens to be kittens or something like that.
Okay, so these two.
These two. You're still in the basement.
Yes.
Are they still fighting?
I don't mind. We gotta get clips of the. We gotta highlight that little part of the post show because it's something that I spent time writing and I had fun. But I just want to make sure it gets shared properly. We'll call it like a side story or something. It's just funny.